Hello there, welcome to my first match of season 72. Back in divisions again. Full today. Be the first match of our division. Quite possibly the entire league. I'm not entirely sure of that, but we'll find out. Actually, we're not going to find out. I'm not going to look that up. We might be the first. Okay, so we have Cathedral. Okay. What's Inspiring Throne Room? Not bad. Probably Open Cathedral Peasant. I guess you can open double. I guess you could stonemason. I don't know if that helps you that much, but I mean, if you're gonna stonemason though, surely it's this way. Say surely. I guess if you get lucky and have it go down like this, then that's fine too. I mean, if like Fircoal is able to play them both turns 3 and 4, this seems a little better to me, but or you can be like me and not play either of them. That's another option. I don't know how you actually buy the 5s here because like supplies on Cathedral isn't gonna. I guess your soldier could do it. Otherwise, the hitting 5 isn't like trivial without a silver. I mean, the soldier does it, like I said. Probably just take another border guard, yeah. I mean, you're not necessarily dying to hit 5. You probably are wanting to hit 4. Which even that with the Cathedral Soldier, I mean, it's nice that I'll be able to afford Throne Room here, to be honest. So that is the silver doing something, I would argue. What exactly it's doing. Right now, we're just kind of living 2-player, I think. I mean, well, a little more than 2-player, right? Because they're playing the Fugitive. 2-player plus them, I guess, drawing the Travelers a little sooner. I wonder how the double peasant versus border guard peasant compares on like rate of playing the. One thing is like, even though I played the border guard turn 3, it was still never, because it was a stonemason overpay, it was still never going to trigger the next shuffle. So that wasn't, well, of course, it's about right. It was never triggering the next shuffle, so that isn't like the most exciting thing. I don't know what we take here. This is sort of quickly becoming a little untenable, depending on what the throne room and such hits. Like if this disciple plays something useful, like okay, yeah, I'm not gonna make it out there. Yeah, I mean, this is not. I don't know how to compare the choices at this point because it's just such an entirely different game. Which is probably not. But they're going to end up with 4 disciples. Probably. Okay, probably 4 really in the cards, but. Three quite easily. It's interesting you go teacher. I don't know about that actually. What do you have? I guess the border guards. I want lantern here. This is okay. We still. You see all. I mean, I don't know. Playing the witch wouldn't have been like all that great, to be fair. So it's not like a huge. Oh, this was such terrible luck. But I am gonna talk about it like it was. I can tell you that much. We're gonna have to be a little careful with our. Like if they get, I was gonna say that it didn't happen, but there was a world where they played 2 soldiers that turn, and that would have been a huge pain. 1 would have been okay. We could have lived with 1, but 2 would have been pretty horrible. So we could try a high roll to draw the throne. Or like the. I mean, it's not even crazy from where we are actually. Let me think. If we can find the border guard or the not the border guard, the royal carriage or the throne room, it would help probably quite a bit. But I mean, we can throne soldier. All right. I'm so risk averse on this stuff. I think especially with lantern, it was probably wrong to not try and be a little aggressive there. We can either give 2 curses or we can put them in a awkward spot with. They called teacher though, so they're gonna probably plus card border guard and be in like an okay spot anyway. We can try and just put a royal carriage down. I guess we could like triple. I mean, we can double anyway. Double both of them anyway. I have a lot of money. Which is not particularly useful. Do we buy? We could stonemason actually. I wonder if you keep a soldier. I mean, probably not. I'm not gonna get teacher, I don't think. I mean, this situation where you sort of feel like you're far enough ahead that you could go for the teacher is a real bummer for me, because I think normally you would just keep disciples here. But if you aren't really losing much tempo by going to a teacher route, then your draw, of course, gets a lot robust, especially if you're getting attacked. But this is, I think, a little gain low. I mean, I think it's just a. Guess we toss the. I mean, you could try to throne. I didn't actually hurt him with the carriage soldier, which is making it really look like the play was to keep the royal carriage on the mat, for sure. So that's a bummer. Like, what are the outs of this turn? Like producing something? Because if I throne, like, let's say I could keep fugitive. And then I could throne which play a border guard, like a possibility. But again, this is like an out where I'm trying to find. I guess I want to play this anyway. I don't know. Get a Tanuki. I mean, you could do Tanuki or Sanctuary. I think both would be pretty reasonable. The only nice thing going on here right now is that if I'm really lucky here and I do have a turn, then we are kind of pushing a 3 pile where they're not necessarily hugely advantaged in terms of gains without having a disciple. Like, their consistency is obviously way better. Their ability to scale up on the payload is a lot better, but they don't have those cards yet. So that's worth something. Could have I guess, yeah, I guess one might wonder why I would stonemason these two instead of like the 5s. And you know, I don't really have an answer for that at the moment. I mean, these are good cards at least. It wasn't like so stupid you couldn't believe it, but yeah, so there's no out here. This is kind of an unfortunate glut of good cards, I suppose you should say. Not a real actual problem, but didn't work out for me. And this is like 2 or 3 border cards, I think. So this is completely unworkable. And really pretty unlikely overall. Did they keep their soldiers? They may have kept. No, they didn't keep either soldier. I would say if this turn here wasn't completely awful garbage, I mean, I'd probably still lose. But there would be maybe some play. But there is not going to be any play this way. I really do think there are at least 2 in here, 2 border. I mean, I maybe only have 3. What did I have? This is me playing a board. It's 2, 3. I guess it is just 3. But there are 2 in the bottom 4. Well, it's unfortunate. I don't think it was. I mean, probably Fircoal was gonna hit the stuff fast enough to just be ahead, but the 3 pile stuff was gonna be a little scary. But this is not, and they're gonna be able to top deck border guard anyway. We'll just resign it. Probably. I would have said it was resignable earlier, and it probably was, but it didn't look like a turn before. It didn't look that bad. Okay. I did not look at that kingdom. I don't. There's some hard feelings about resetting in that situation, but that seems like the thing to do to me. Okay, so this is just, you only have like Haggler and Necromancer for extra stuff. You can eventually like use a Haggler for a defiled shrine scoop, I guess, which is not crazy here if it's big, because it's just the points are so limited that what else are you gonna even do? Frankly, I don't know what you pair the gear with. Not bad to have Ghost Town. Like 2 ghost towns is pretty okay to have anyway. Flagship is alright. You can just open Haggler, I think that's pretty good. It's actually not like way better than the 4-3 though. It's actually probably a little worse. So I did a whiny voice, but it really wasn't justified, to be honest. I think overall the splits are pretty even-ish. They're not out of whack or anything. I'm probably gonna need to go like, I'm a little surprised at like, I guess you don't have the other card yet. Like Flagship Overthrown, for instance. I don't know how many. This is really, I don't know if they'll get punished for it, but this is like very payload centric right now, and you can get the draw, but the cycling of it is slow. Like if there are collisions, it's pretty nasty, but I don't know. They'll probably be fine. What if there was ever a plan angle to use a lot of tagglers, but probably not. Oh, they have a coin too, so they can go a little bit more. We'll see when someone takes a cursor. Like I said, I don't think anyone would be wrong to do it if you get it. If it's like, I mean, 7 points or 6 points, it's a lot of points. I mean, it's as good as a province, and province is as good as we can do here. So, this is slightly sad. I may just buy the curse here. I'm not getting a ghost town down. I guess we could not set aside and then play this other gear and hope to draw the ghost town. Yeah, that didn't work. But I still kind of like this. It's just a ton of points. We would have obviously liked to take it maybe in a little more free way, but well, I think, you know, the dream would have been to get to do it while you also take one of the gestures, and then you're getting a little extra points, but it's all fine. This is like a lot of gestures. If you want them, like you could province triple gesture or quad gesture, whatever it is, triple. That's pretty good, I would say. So I could either did gesture double throne. I mean, these decks are a little nasty. Oh, right. The gestures are getting cheaper. So the options for Haggler are getting reduced. Did get another ghost town, actually. This will all be a little funky. Like if Fircoal never misses province, then I'm in a bad spot. Just because of the way the parity works out with the curse being not a province. Point-wise, it's fine. But like other ways, it's not fun. Also, this is just unbelievable. This is like throne, Haggler, gear. I don't know. I guess 3 coppers. Well then, it's untenable. It could take a flag. I mean, they can easily get the flag bearer back if they have stuff to play. This is not gonna work. I mean, you force them to take the flag bearer, but they do a miss here, and then they can't afford a flag bearer. I guess that's something. Do we just bury a throne here and set aside whatever? I guess. Can't do that. So because of that dud previous turn, we're not actually any closer to making this work. Also, we're just gonna dead again, so. I mean, you can't really have an expectation that the turns will kick off every time. I'm disappointed, but it's just just a bad conception of what the deck is. Like, there are not that many action cards in it. The ghost towns are like whatever halvesy. They're like cantrips, so at best. So they're it's not a streamlined deck. This is almost certainly going to be able to do. I think, yeah, you do it. So you can province, you get flag bearer, and you curse, and it's like that's nail in the coffin, bad, awful for me. So it's all looking bad, bad, bad. I don't know what I would point to change. It didn't feel terrible, but it is, again, it's not close. Which is a problem if you want to defend your choices when it's not close. Do I need Throne? I was trying to think if I needed to try and wait for Throne. We can set aside a whole bunch of stuff here if we want. None of it will matter. I was gonna say, this is so much garbage. And they have a couple coppers in here. They only have exactly 2 coppers. This is insane. You get to play yeah. It was rough. I don't know. I just don't know. Well, I mean, It wasn't terrible, but wasn't good. You do bounty hunter. This is another. Say it's another something, but it's not like the other boards really at all. I don't know what the tricks are. Is like you get thin slowly and you do some workshopping, either workshopping or cobbling for draw, I guess. You can give out curses, certainly. You can't do too much workshopping or cobbling or it gets in the way of your ability to give out curses. That's sort of an interesting fairy. If they had exactly 3, then I open up the bounty hunter for them. So I don't know, but I don't know that I can like pass on it. You know? They're just, oh no, they didn't take it there. This is so scuffed already. Unironically. I don't know what would be ironic about it, but this is unbelievably scuffed. This will be okay, actually. This is kind of smart. It's not super duper smart, but it is kind of smart. What I've done here. It was mostly accidental. I don't want to oversell the nature of this as being genius, but we are going to get to curse here, which is something we can toss in a whatever, right? And we still have oh, you only get 1 -2. Did I move mine to experiment and then 1 turn later move it to the mining roads? That's pretty funny, actually. So I was thinking this is like a thing that you can do over that just goes to everything, right? Does this work? I go 5. This does work. So that's whatever. Fine. We gave a curse out, Ray. You gotta take what you can get, I think. We're gonna get 2 curses. And that's all the experiments. And here we just fully whiff because that's how this game works, I guess. We could get a second bounty hunter, but there was like a bug, right? I'm not hallucinating this, right? The game was showing 2 blue. We'll have to check the tapes. Was showing 2 blue things for me. That's part of why I got confused, but not really a very good excuse. Thing worked. But I swear there were 2 blue arrows. If I think about it too long, I'll go into a rant about the website, and there's no value in that. So I won't do it right now. though I'm tempted to. So, okay. Well, this is sort of funky because they're just like holding experiment. I mean, they're probably not holding. There's not really a lot of incentive for us to trigger that. I wouldn't say. How many whatevers do you have to do to get a thing in this stuff? We could do a gold because we're not getting anything out of the cauldron here anyway. So what, you just do this and then you rebuy them all and give me 5 curses? Well, it's only 2 curses. They only have 2 cauldrons. Give me 2 curses and then rebuy all the experiments and hope that you hold. You can't. Maybe you can if you exile 2 cards here. Maybe you can guarantee you hold all the experiments basically forever. What do I know? I mean, you only have 3 buys, so you can't get literally all of them, but, you know. So you only have 3 buys, so you can buy 6 of them, gain 6 of them. I mean, it does make some of this difficult. I can't pretend that it doesn't. It's a little frustrating in the sense that I don't know that the deck's so clean that you would necessarily be able to guarantee this particular run of things, but it's clean enough. I mean, it gets cleaner. I just mean the windows like these last 2 turns. Now, obviously, it's like way cleaner. I guess the question is whether there's a window where I can use the mining roads to get golds and that help me buy a province or something. I don't know. It certainly isn't going to happen if you bottom deck Cobbler, Mining Road. Oh, brother. I could get another Cobbler. What do you get here? I guess it wasn't Mining Road. I'd already played one somewhere. I was overly whining. Unsurprisingly. We take the Curse Split 7-3, which is not actually quite as bad as I thought it would be. Somehow, as player 2 here in the tax, everything worked out. I mean, to be fair, Fircoal made good moves to take advantage of whatever what ended up being the seeds. I mean, you don't know at the start how the sequences are gonna play out, but like Barry on the experiment, leaving me with the forehand first, and then they just get to go right into doing this stuff. It was brutal and really nicely played. But like, I don't know what I do. Do I just not buy the bounty hunter? I don't know. Because my with the hands the way they are, I'm just like stuck either doing like fairy whatever. I don't know, to be honest. Bounty hunter, pay off debt, buy tax. That's what we did. That seemed reasonable, but it didn't. I guess the question is whether the first 5 should like 100% be cauldron instead of cobbler, and I can believe that for sure. We could get a silver. Why not? Let's just get a silver. So this deck is very, very clean. Very, very, very clean. A little surprised at the lose. What do you go here, like Gold Province, and you still don't take the tax debt? I guess that's what I would be thinking about doing. Oh no, that I missed. They had some debt to pay off. That seemed pretty good. Whatever it was. Can take another bounty hunter and hope that I can eventually get clean, though I think that's not realistic. Just for the fun of it, you know. Let's just resign. Not going well. I gave myself a point on the scoreboard that didn't exist. That was really very bad at running the scoreboard. If they have a 5-2 here, I may be well on my way to tilting. Sickness. We have sickness. Guess you're just looking at a horn thing. You spend your buys on Royal Blacksmiths, probably. And then see what you can do. Otherwise, Itsuni sort of makes the. I guess I'll draw here. What did they? They did it. Go ahead and open with a maroon. Just interesting. We're gonna use a little bit of the draw here. This, of course, went exactly like this. Basically, how you'd expect for me. I have bottom deck stuff pretty badly this game, or this match. We gotta do this, unfortunately. Let's do one more recruiter before we take the horn. It's not also crazy. Take a blacksmith. Also not crazy to take a sentry. We're gonna feel that particular. We're gonna feel this draw. I guess we can pop. Yeah, we better try and move a little bit here. Okay. That's all right as far as this all goes. We probably need to draw how much? There's 5 cards in there. Can't really trigger this shuffle. We just simply cannot. So we got to do it like this. Which is fine. It's not a big deal. I'm getting sick in the head first. If we had a blacksmith already, we could probably discard. Could also think about plotting. And seeing what we have. The Oasis is still down in here. I don't really know on this. This didn't seem completely unreasonable, but do we want a merchant camp actually? That's unfortunate that they had those all there. What can you do though? They don't have a horn yet, so I guess they gotta try and buy a horn, but they can't afford it. That's okay. That could have been worse. So we take away the I mean, if we can get through this without gaining a curse, then they have to figure out whether they want to gain a curse or not, like next turn. I guess we do plot first. It's like we could run this. We would have liked to have drawn another whatever, of course. Oh my god. Okay. It's all right. Everything will be okay. It makes me so mad though. It really does. It's not even like a weird, it's not really all that weird. It's the typical thing, but it is just like 3 important things bottom decked. Just not the sequence you want, but It's just how it goes. And the order I played it in was a little aggressive as far as villager use. And that's on me, but still unfortunate. I think we're still ahead. It's just brutal. We had these. It was just brutal not to get any. To just only trash one card. That is the main thing. Is there not a sickness autoplay? That's a bummer. Okay. These draws have just broken my heart repeatedly. I don't even want to think about what the Sentry, when I feel like I need to play the Sentry and what it's going to show. I'm not going to be able to handle it. That's a fact. It's like I could play it now, and they're in theory are like a good number of coppers. You don't hit a copper. I mean, it's weird. I would much rather have hit a copper actually, but and the just like where are the village things? Like where is the? This is so. What do you lose? The Oasis? Just gotta be the Oasis, right? This is two. They're two. So I can play this, and then I can play the whatevers, but I can't play. You can't do both. Cannot do this. Maybe I should be trashing the coppers. I guess that's the other. The hope was you trash them with Sentry, but I guess we're just never getting around to it. So there's another Kitsune down here. We're not gonna play the Royal Blacksmith just to get to the Kitsune, and then this is like Kitsune. I don't know. We could gain a silver, which is recruitery, but we don't really need recruitery fuel. We just need to get draw around. So I don't think we want this silver. Or to play this. That leaves us with a huge just not working. Simply isn't working. Maybe the play was to like trash Kitsune. Can't deal with it. This one I genuinely did feel pretty ahead, but the turns you'd have to go look back at are like probably this one, like some play. Well, maybe not that one, but there's some play order ones. This one, but I don't know. I simply do not know. Yeah, and now my horns, they could be worth 7 right now. I can buy a Vagrant and they technically can get to 8. We have to be able to draw a copper at the end of the shuffle. We have to gain a silver and we have to draw. Oh boy. I mean, it's all possible. But we don't have plot here. We do fortunately have 3 villagers. What do we have? 4 royal blacksmiths. So we can draw 20 cards off of that, and then you can draw. Yeah, it's possible. It's just not super likely to necessarily find the silver on the reshuffle. Oh, it's apparently they have enough horns to just empty those. Well, that's unfortunate. I did not count anything, so that's on me. I think I'm not fit to play this game anymore. What do we have? Mountain folk. Oh, what angle here? Your payloads are all pretty. I mean, it's just village smithy buy, I guess. You already have goat for trashing. Do you need money lender. I mean, you could use it, but is it worth it? Church is at least a little more optionality later on, or a little more use later on. The money lender is gonna just evaporate in usefulness. You could just open Ranger, yeah. Yep. Pixie versus Church. I think I'm gonna try the bins. There's certainly a lot of good ones here. Just lets us get a guild master, which isn't that. Maybe should have been a snowy. You probably do take a guild master here. I mean, if you get 2 of them, you get to mountain folk every turn. You do have to get the villages, but it's not like a crazy risk. I'm gonna draw 5 anyway. I think we keep it. They get the earth. That sucks. Makes me sad. Makes me mad. I'm not that mad. It's more depression. I like those choices. Those seem like pretty good choices. This is unfortunately the best Urskiff you could possibly ever imagine. And it will mean I lose this game 100%. So that part I'm not thrilled with. There's just not actually. It's like, wow, I could get a gold. Maybe I should. Like, not. Do I do this so I can draw the gold? I don't know. Maybe. Didn't work. But it was just already lost. Like, this is actually not recoverable. Or it was not recoverable to have this, the turn with the Earth's Gift. For where the decks are. Which sounds stupid, because it's not like that late, but I genuinely believe it was not recoverable. This is not actually... This is kind of weird. Guess it makes sense. This isn't going to scale the payload, though. I don't know how you do that, actually, here. Maybe it's not that over. You need silver or something. Like, it's sort of, yeah, I don't know. We'll just keep this, I guess. We'd kind of like to use your buys here. Somehow. Mountains would be really good for Fircoal, actually. Oh man. Have they done Mountain Folk ones? Maybe they haven't had it yet. I guess I'm gonna take this. We could prepare here. If we don't find the snowy village, we'll have problems. Or I guess if we get Fields Gift from one of the pixies, that would make a big difference too. They still got it. I took it and then it just shuffled back right. They can still get it. That's brutal. Was Wisp the last one? I guess. Oh man. At least they didn't have their master down when they did either of these. Actually, I mean, they're never gonna right then. I don't know about this one if they could have played the order of how it all worked. Maybe it would have been pretty hard, although they have extra actions. So I don't know what they had in hand. I don't even know what I granted. I must have granted on you, but I don't remember. Hopefully they just pile the estates later on or something. I do have, for all my stupidities, I do have a lot of money. Oh, that was partly off the forest, though. Yeah. Um. Man, they get another Ursk gift. Why? Why? What did I do? Well, probably don't matter. Say at least they don't have their mountain folk down, but I don't think. I'm surprised they didn't pop it. You have two guild masters here. I'm really a little surprised they didn't pop the mountain. Because it does let you take better advantage of this kind of stuff. You know. Like I don't, and surely you're getting like enough. Surely you're getting 3 tokens, so like why wouldn't you have? And then the game may not even last super long beyond then. Anyway, I'm a bit surprised at this. It doesn't quite make sense to me. The not using Mountain Folk at the start of the turn. But like, what are you saving it? But anyway, I need some little mistakes like that to play here. Lord knows I've been giving them. And you take another Ranger or you take a Mountain Bill. I don't know. But now you're just like, whoa, you're going to end the game with 15 favors or something. We might want to do this, but I'm not going to. Well, we found this. That makes a big, huge difference. 17. So we could buy a church. We're gonna still have some problems drawing. Oh yeah, and I didn't prepare either. Whatever. Like what? What am I gonna do here? Who are we kidding? I could have certainly stopped at the point of the Ranger and just done some, soul searching here. But I did not. As you were all witness to. Nobody actually has enough draw to... Well, maybe Fircoal does. Did those wisps draw cards? Good. Alright, so the Ranger was prepared. No, it wasn't. I don't know what was anything prepared. Just foresighted. Like, poor person's prepare. So they only had to play... How much did they... You go to 5, you go to 8, and then you go to 12. I guess that's all you need to have this hand size. The prepare 13. Yeah, okay. Whatever. That's unfortunate though. They do have a lot fewer coppers than I have a lot of coppers. I have an embarrassing number of coppers. They have they don't have very many coppers. I have a lot. Oh, calculated. I'm gonna triple. I'm not gonna triple though. Watch this. Watch this is pretty funny. I mean, you gotta give me that. I don't think I'm gonna win this game. It was weird. There was like, I was sure I was not gonna win this game. And then I kind of convinced myself maybe I could win this game. But then it became abundantly clear that I was definitely not going to win this game. It was really whiplashy. I don't know why. My perception of the decks has been poor. I'm still mad about that Kitsune game. And I'm not even totally sure what I'm mad about. There's some of the slop of lowering. Like, I could have just taken 5 horns, right? And then another sentry or something, whatever. Or an oasis to give me a different unique that was drawable. Or a beggar even. Like, that wouldn't have been crazy. This is one of those where you can be like, yeah, with whatever I churched and whatever I draw off Mountain Folk, I think I'm going to be able to buy the last province after my opponent tries to catch up by getting double duchy. After your opponent puts up their incredibly pathetic attempt to have something happen. Look at that. Incredible. Look at this. Prepare. 1, 2, 3. Wow, even triple duchy. That they didn't know I could do. All right, we got to try and get one. We got to really believe in ourselves or something. Play one sort of clean game. This isn't doing ready for me. That's going to make me want to do the website rant. That's not good. Don't want that. We've got defiled China Industry again with flashbacks, so that can't be a good start. Here's a question. Is bargain worth it? Is bargain a bargain? I'm going to say, but I'm not sure which thing. Probably the counterfeit. The displays is also pretty appealing, just because the threes are very workable. This part I don't love, but we've got to just try it, you know. These are different results here. This is, I guess, well, we both had the horse in the shuffle, to be honest, so it wasn't exactly that. Do we just gear and set aside the horse and whatever copper and buy another gear? I'm trying to like think like at least a tiny amount. We may not find. There was maybe something to just go ahead and taking a snowy there, but if we find necro, we're in a pretty nice spot. We can also wait. We can just hold the displace until we have stuff to do it, which I don't think is crazy. Like it's not some huge advantage to do it. Bargain is how many cards you've gained. This is the curse is less compelling here. We could do what do you do? Do you do the crew or do you do the specialist? There's actually not a lot to hit on specialists yet. Once we have destriers, it looks quite a bit better. It's not bad, period, but it's unfortunately a turn of some flavor. See if they follow in a similar bargain scenario. We are not going to hit anything too exciting here. We just buy a specialist. Doesn't go for the bargain. Doesn't believe in bargains. Let's add another gear. We do have a little extra black. Now we're kind of, this is like if you're gonna buy a curse, man, this is when you would probably do it. We'll try it. Don't know if it's worthwhile or not, but Good eater. Let's try this. I was gonna say I would actually really like to let me think about this. So we can display specialist into destrier and rebuy specialist. But how much did we set aside? We still have another gear, right? So this is really good. I mean, we're getting to do the crew. This is not a great turn for them. We probably are going to do similar things for a couple turns. Few turns. Maybe a turn where we hobble up into like a silver. I think we try and get a specialist on this thing. Okay, so those guys are bottom decked, but this is okay, I think. Do this. It's a little weird. I don't know if there's I mean the point here is just to get a couple of those. It's not a there was no rocket science here. We blow up the silver, we may be able to get another gesture out. Get 3 buys. It'll be 2 and 1. So $8 would be okay. We're not gonna have $8. Well, unless we buy. I mean, unless we buy something less expensive like a gear. So anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Blow up the silver. I mean, we could take the curse, I guess. It's like a 2-point curse. And we just like gear it every turn. If we lose this, it's just pure stupidity on our. Well, okay, this turn could still kind of be a little ugly. Earth Barbarian's very good. Could actually be a little mean. Okay. We get rescued. That's good. I like getting rescued. I can still hit another specialist, right? Okay. Um. Actually, I think we're gonna win. This is my belief. See, I can win a game if I'm way ahead. Oh my gosh. Oh, those are already gone, so it's just a matter of finding this stuff. If anyone has spec chat, I would not like to see it. Thank you. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed some of it. Yeah, I'd have to. Really should. I got mad about the Kitsune one, but I shouldn't have just left the pile open. I don't know what. You know, if I can get to even 5 horns, and then have a turn on the next turn. Obviously, if you get to 6 provinces, that's huge there. So I shouldn't have just clicked that so quickly and then gotten tilted about it all. But in any case, there were some okay boards. Honestly, it wasn't the boards. It's just the game states got a little out of hand at times. So that's Dominion. I haven't been very good at sort of handling bad game positions, and then I don't take my advantages. Like, I just don't pay good enough attention and notice enough things, and so it costs me games. Or otherwise, there's at least some winnability there. It's reflected in my, but thanks for watching nonetheless, and I will see you all for my next match.